Hi, I'm happy here. Happy to help you in chemistry. Today, I will be talking about Lewis acid and Lewis base. You will learn the definition of Lewis acid, Lewis base with some examples of each. A Lewis acid is a substance that can accept a pair of electrons. A Lewis base is a substance that can donate a pair of electrons. For example, 1. Look at hydrogen ion. It is deficient in electrons. So, the H plus ion accepts a lone pair of electron from OH minus ion. So, in this particular example, the OH minus ion is acting as a base and H plus ion is acting as a Lewis acid to form the water molecule. Example number 2. I have here H plus ion and ammonia. In ammonia, the nitrogen is having a lone pair of electron. This lone pair of electron is donated by NH3 to the H plus ion, which in turn form a bond between NH3 and hydrogen ion, forming ammonium ion. So, in this case, ammonia, which donated a pair of electron to the H plus ion, is acting as a Lewis base, whereas the H plus ion is again acting as a Lewis acid. Let us see some more questions. Classify each of the following species as Lewis acid or a Lewis base. Example CO2. CO2 acts as a Lewis acid because it does not have electrons. It is deficient in electrons. H2O. Water acts as a Lewis base because H2O combines with the H plus ions to form H3O plus. I minus is having 3 lone pair and a negative charge, so it is acting as a Lewis base. SO2. Sulfur dioxide can act as an acid or it can also act as Lewis base. Let us see how SO2 reacts with water to form H2CO3, in which it is acting as an acid accepting a pair of electrons from water molecule. Whereas if you react SO2 with carbon dioxide, it can act as a Lewis base. Then we have OH minus. OH minus ions donate a pair of electrons to the H plus, behaving as a Lewis base. H plus ions. H plus ions do not have any electron pairs, so it accepts a pair of electrons, thus acting as Lewis acid. BCl3. Boron trichloride. The boron is having incomplete octet, so it is deficient in electron and thus it can easily accept a pair of electrons, so it is acting as a Lewis acid. Here, water and carbon dioxide. The water donate a lone pair of electrons to carbon in the carbon dioxide molecule. The carbon dioxide molecule acts as a Lewis acid, whereas the water acts as Lewis base. Next, we have H plus and OH minus ions. H plus acts as a Lewis acid, OH minus acts as a Lewis base, forming a water molecule. H plus acts as a Lewis acid, and NH3 act as a Lewis base, forming NH4 plus ion. Describe the following reaction in terms of Lewis theory of acid and bases. AlCl3 is from, the aluminium is from group 3 in the periodic table. Aluminium is having only 3 valence electrons, which are used to form 3 bonds with the 3 chlorine. So it is acting as a Lewis acid because it is deficient in electron. It can easily gain a pair of electrons from Cl minus ion, forming ACl4 minus. So Cl minus act as a Lewis base and ACl3 is acting as a Lewis acid. Thank you.